Birdwood Beef is a family-owned start-to-finish beef operation in the heart of the Sandhills. Siblings Rob, Jason, and Jacque work alongside their families to bring homegrown, grain-finished beef to Nebraska consumers. Today, brothers Rob and Jason join us to explain just what it means to be a beef producer in today's world.
Hi everyone, I'm McKenna Fisher with the Animal Advocate, here today with Rob and Jason Starr of Birdwood Beef. Do you guys mind telling us a little bit about your guys' business, how you got started?
Actually we're part of Starr Cattle Company. We're a fifth generation farm ranch feedlot operation, and we've been here since 1912. Well, there's not much to beef production that we don't do. We do artificial insemination and raise our own breeding stock to support our cow herd, and then we finish those cattle through to or feed them out through finish.
Then in conjunction with the cattle feeding operation, we raise most of our own forage crops, corn, and all the corn we grow goes into a feed pile.
What better way to gain an understanding of the beef industry than by talking to producers who do it all? From farming their own feed, to raising their own cattle, to marketing their own beef, the Starrs are involved in every step of the process.
What breeds do you guys typically deal with?
Most of it's Angus, Sim-Angus cross type cattle. And even the cattle we buy, we try to keep predominantly black-hided.
And what's the purpose of that?
That makes them eligible for a CAB premium program type cattle. We get enough days on feed with most of what we finish out that we do value-added pricing through the packer. It's called a grid formula, is how we market most of our cattle. So
The main reason is, I guess, to put it plainly, is uniformity.
Like all ranchers, the Starrs are well aware that their line of work is full of ups and downs. It's far from an easy task caring for these animals, but that's part of what adds to the pride and satisfaction producers feel at the end of the day.
you never know what the day might bring, whether a piece of feeding machinery breaks down and chores go from taking 3 hours to most of the morning. It's just, you just kind of have to deal with some of them issues as they arise. I mean, we have a plan of what we'd like to accomplish for the day, but don't get upset if you don't get there.
Right. So kind of tracing back to that, what do you guys find the most enjoyable about being in this industry?
I really enjoy the change of everything, and the fact that you get to work outside and be connected with the land. I just really enjoy being a part of that, and improving on things. Every year we make small improvements on the ground, and just things to make us more sustainable.
I guess for me, I like just watching things grow and progress as the seasons change, the production cycles change. Last spring's baby calves are going to get weaned here in a couple months, and it's neat to see how they grow and ultimately see that end product in the feed yard. I mean, that's over 2 years worth of planning to get into that point, so it's nice to see that kind of into fruition, as well as with the grain crops growing and stuff like that. You start planning a year ahead, and hopefully it all works out if the weather cooperates. So.
Well, I guess on a concluding note to end the interview, is there any misconceptions about the beef industry you'd like to address?
I guess I would like to say, it's kind of a broad term, but if there's misconceptions about us not trying to be, as they say, sustainable, I believe that's a pretty big misconception. I mean, our operation's been here for 110 years, and everything we do day in and day out is to provide a good future for the next generation to do this. I mean, we put a lot of effort into our grazing lands, into our fields, to make sure that it reaches its full potential to support the next upcoming generations.
That, and as far as animal welfare, the animals are what takes care of us. We don't gain anything by not taking care of them. When they're in the feedlot, they're there for a purpose. We give them every opportunity we can for them to do the most they can with the potential they have. So whether that's average daily gain, health through the weaning phase. We want to set them up as best we can with what we can control for success for them and us, because it's our livelihood depends on them doing well.
Well said. Thank you guys very much for doing this.
Yeah, thank you.
And there you have it. It's not an easy task being a beef producer in today's world. It takes a vast array of knowledge in various fields, along with a love of the land and the animals they are entrusted to care for. But thanks to dedicated individuals like the stars at Birdwood Beef, global demand for American, safe, humanely raised beef is on the rise.